hello guys, welcome to the unit 6 of this book already. So we are in the half of the upper intermediate level. I hope that everything is okay with you. So today guys, actually we have an interesting topic that we're going to be working with. As you can see, we're going to be working with business and marketing. Okay, so this is something very important when you are working or something like that, right? So you need to know a little bit about business. So these are our goals for this unit. First one, you're going to learn to describe and ask questions about companies. Also, you're going to emphasize important points, give an opinion about different advertisements, and also review a product. This week, as you see, we are going to be just working with the Unit 6. And this Friday is actually your midterm test exam. So I need please that you get ready, review all of what you have to review if you still have problem with some topics of units before. So try please to keep on point with this. Also, that's the reason why I usually uh, decided just to have the unit 6 because I don't want to pressure you a lot. Um, and here we are. Okay, so first we're going to take a look to the vocabulary of this unit 6. We're starting with the lesson A. Here is it. So pay attention to my pronunciation in case you need to know or that you don't know some of them. First one is advertise, advertisement, and advertiser. So what exactly is advertise or an advertisement? Regularly, you used to see this a lot. If you, for example, you're using your cell phone, yes, those annoying, we could say, right? Those annoying advertisement. We used to call them ads. In YouTube, if you are watching a video, when the video, in this case, plenty of them already have the advertisement, right? That those 30 seconds that you have to wait on, or 5 seconds, in order to skip the ad. So that is exactly what you can see. If you have a product, you need to advertise that product, right? And where exactly, how can you do that? With the advertiser, there is a person that you can decide to put it in order to do an advertisement. All right, maybe you have seen plenty of videos if you watch the TV for Coca-Cola, the famous advertisement of a lady speed stick, and there are plenty of them that actually all of the products that exist need to have an advertisement because that's the business, right? Um, the other one is consume, consumption, and consumer. Consume is the verb, all right? When you have, for example, in our house, we consume different products, all right? From water to any other thing, toilet paper, whatever it is, right? So we consume. Consumption, okay, this is the noun actually. When you want to refer about, in this case, what exactly, what is the consumption in a house? Or the consumption here is very high, for example, because there are, or maybe in your house there are 5 people, 6 people, so it is a really high consumption. Consumer, in this case, is us. We are the consumer, the people who consume the product. Develop, development, and developer. Okay, so when something is developed, this is the verb. For example, all the time in our objective, something we have is to develop maybe the listening skills, grammar skill, or reading skill. That is developed, like get better something, right? Um, development, it is the noun, and in this case, developer, right? It is talking about the person. Employee, employment, employer. So employ is the verb. If you have a company, you need to employ many different people so they can work in your company. Employment is the noun. Right now, the employment, it is really low because of the coronavirus, right? It's decreasing. A lot of people are with no jobs that are in their house. Something that's a pity. Employer is the person who employs the other. Okay, the owner of the company is the employer. The other one is invest. Investment, investor. Okay, so over here, guys, as you see, when you invest, actually, is when you have, um, when you want to create a company or you want to do something, you need to invest in that. When we talk about invest, is that you are giving money away, but you will receive it back. So that is considered as invest. Investment actually is the noun. If you want it, you need to do an investment. It doesn't matter what kind of business it is. If you want to put, for example, a smartphone store, selling a smartphone, you need to have an invest. You need to do an investment of probably, you can say, plenty of thousands. Investor is the person. So we have manage, management, and manager. So then when you manage, it's like when you handle with a job, right? That is the actually in a better example, the manager, is for example the manager of a bank or any other company. Their in this case, their objective is to manage. That's what they do. The management is the noun. Produce, production, and producer. When you produce something, it's like that you create, right? If you have maybe a company of, let's say, it needs to be actually of sugar that is something that you produce. You produce sugar. The production is actually the noun, how the things are working and all that. And the producer is you. You are the person. Other one we have is promote, promotion, and promoter. So when you promote, is that you go outside, you go in the street. It is pretty similar to advertise, all right? When you promote something, that you let the people know about the product. Promotion is what you actually used to do. That is the noun. We have to do a promotion in Instagram about this product, about this cell phone, about this store. And the promoter is the person. So here we have purchase. Many people also say purchase. So this is actually when you buy, when you buy a product, it's similar. It's a synonym. Purchase and buy, both of them are similar. So this one, many people get confused also with purchase and ship. Ship, all right? Ship is actually when, in this case, we could say the owner of the company, when we have the goods and when we get it, okay? When the company brings or ship me the products that I am going to sell. So that is the difference. The ship is like the date or the day when I get the products as a, in this case, as a businessman. And purchase is when the consumer, the people who is going to consume, they get the product, okay? So that is exactly the two difference between them. Purchase is when the consumer gets the product. And actually, shipment or cheaper is the person, or in this case me as a businessman, and the shipment actually is the noun. Okay, so that was the vocabulary of the lesson 8. If you have any guys question or something, remember you have over there the glossary where you can see the definition. I just want to give you the definition like even easier so you can understand. And so that is actually, so if you have any question, just let me know. Now we have actually over here, let me go there. Great. Look at this. Success stories. Actually, this is the that we say Sriracha hot chili sauce. Is a man that is the owner of this company who creates the sriracha. This is a really hot sauce for you in order to consume. And here there are the bottles in the production that they are doing it. So if you want, you can watch this video and also complete this exercise that we have over here. All right, so from part of the vocabulary here we have, look at this. I'm going to read this for you so you can have a better idea of the definition of them, how they can use it in a sentence. They can be used. So number one says, they plan to advertise their new product on TV and online. If you consume too many calories, you will gain weight. Okay, like this. Since our sales plan isn't working, we'll have to develop a new one. So it's get a better one, right? So that is the meaning of develop. Their company is pretty small. It only employs 20 people. They are looking for someone to invest $2 million in the project. Miss Park is the head of that department. She manages 10 people. Number 7. What does your company make? It produces batteries for fun. So there we have produce. Number 8. My doctor promotes walking as a way to lose weight. So promotes is like he we can say he gives the mood to another person to do the same. Okay, so that is actually promote. That is different from the advertise, because for example this cell phone is a Samsung Galaxy, right? The advertisement is the one that the company they make, right? So they are advertising the product. But when I promote is when I get the product, I am the consumer, and I say, hey guys, look at this cell phone. This is actually the Samsung Galaxy S6 Edge. So with this cell phone, this is very good. I love the camera of this cell phone, and so on. So I am promoting the product to so you can also do the same. Number 9. Do you want to buy something? To purchase an item, please click on the buy now button. So this is online actually. And number 10, once we receive your money, we'll ship your order to you. So ship is like similar, also like deliver. They send you the product to you. So as a company, right? So here you will be completing this as this is an spelling. Well, you have nouns ending in ment, nouns ending in tion, we could say, right? Like consumption and advertisement. So you have to put it over here. Very good. So right now we are taking a look to the next part. which is over here. Look at this. This is actually, tomorrow I will be talking a little bit about this, about useful expressions that we have. When you're asking about companies, what does your company do exactly? What is the main focus of your company? Or what do you sell? You can add a verb. And when you are emphasizing into an important point, you can say, I'd like to emphasize that, or never forget that if you want to have a really, we could say, shaved body, remember to buy the razor Gillette. So that's this is a key point, or the bottom line is. So this is when you want to emphasize in something regarding the product. Tomorrow I will be talking a little bit more about the speaking because we have to practice that. All right, so by now we have here the passive voice. Actually, you remember we were doing some exercises and I was explaining you the passive voice. I could see that you could understand it very well. So right now we have the passive voice with the simple present and the simple past. So actually here, this is the structure all the time. We have subject, verb to be plus the past participle of the verb. And then we can add here by plus an object. I know if you remember, I told you there is actually a static passive voice that shows you or tells you about the state of the object. That if I say, for example, Emmanuel broke the window. So I have to say the state of the object. What is the object? The window, right? So I have to say the window is broken. So that is the how exactly is the window now. So in this case now, this is the passive voice where we emphasize more into, for example, look at here. With the subject, we say audiobooks are made by SoundMart. So I am talking about the audiobooks, and here we add at the end an object, all right, with by. It is similar like if I say in the active voice, if I say, for example, James makes the pizza. James makes the pizza. So how can it be in the passive voice? So I can say the pizza. So remember, if I speak in the active voice, if I say James makes the pizza, let me try to put it here so you can get a clear idea. Look, if I say James makes the pizza, I have in the passive voice, I need to say in the present, in the simple present, because here I don't have any past. So I have to say the pizza and of course I have verb to be. The only thing that is going to be in the present is here, of course, verb to be, but the main verb needs to be in past participle. Remember, that's this actually, we got it here, look, verb to be and this one. So I have to say the pizza because this is in plural, right? Let's say pizzas. Oh no, wait, actually I put it in singular. So the pizza is made, and here I have to say by who? So by James. If I say something in plural, for example, cars. No, let's say Anthony and I say this in the simple past. For example, Anthony washed, all right, washed the car. Here, as you see, we only have to take a look to the main verb. The main verb here is in present. So if this is in present, the verb to be is going to be present in the passive voice. Okay, what all the time stay the same is here. This is going to be past participle. Always is going to be the same. What changes here is verb to be. So if I say in the second one, Anthony washed the car. So if you see, the verb is in past. So what is going to be in the past here, in the passive voice? It's going to be the verb to be. So I have to say the car was washed by Anthony. You see? So easy peasy. So if you see that the active voice is in the present, the verb to be in the passive voice is in the present also. Needs to be. If the verb here is going to be or is in the past, the verb and the verb to be is going to be in the past also. So that is similar of this example you have. Look, the company was founded by Beverly Smith. So actually this is already in the passive voice, but if I want to turn this sentence to rewrite it in active voice, let's do an example. I got it here. The company was founded. So let me see. I just have to do look, the company was, so if this was is because in this case the verb is going to be in the simple past. So the company was founded by Beverly Smith. So I have to say Beverly Smith founded the company. This is active voice, no passive, okay? Because the sentence here is already in the passive voice. So I was just giving you an example so you can understand what exactly. So Beverly Smith founded the company. So the main verb is in, if you see the main verb is in past, so the passive voice will be actually this same. So you have to say first the company, that is the object. The company was founded, and then say by, because I have the name of the person, Beverly Smith. And actually that's it. Now, if you want to say to create a question, how can it be? Look at here. Audiobooks are made by Sound Smart. So just remember we have this verb to be. Are audiobooks made by Sound Smart? If we don't have verb to be, remember that you can substitute this using the auxiliary do or does. So are audiobooks made by SoundSmart? The company was founded by Beverly Smith. How are the books made? A simple question you can do in order to do this. About the audiobooks. So here we have an exercise where you have to read the sentence and rewrite it as a passive sentence. So all of these here, they are in active voice. So you have to turn it to the passive. Like the example you have here. They say also, pay attention to this, include the objects where needed. So when it's needed, please put the object. So people say, people settled this neighborhood 200 years ago. So this neighborhood was, and here we have the verb, was settled. Okay, and you can say the same. 200 years ago, or you can say actually by whom. If you turn to page 203, here you have explanation about this. Look, they say in the active voice, this is what exactly happened, what I was explaining you. In an active sentence, the subject is the agent, in this case, the one who is doing the action. So when they say that about the subject, what is the subject? Over here, sound smart. Okay, so this is the one who is doing the action. But in the passive voice is totally the opposite. In the passive sentence, the object becomes a subject. It becomes the subject, and the subject becomes the object. Okay, so this is the subject, is going to be buy, with buy. Look at here. If I say audiobooks, here is an object, but in the passive voice is a subject. And this that is sound marked, a subject, we have to use it with by, because that is actually the structure. If you read the structure, there will not be any mistake with you. So another thing is that the subject is not, in this case, doing the action, or is not the agent, because it doesn't perform an action. Audiobooks are made by SoundSmart. The products were shipped. In this case, I don't need to use an object, because maybe the object sometimes is not going to be necessary if the idea already is clear, if we know exactly what is it. So the company was founded by Beverly Smith. There is also, it continues over here, I think it is. Yep. So if you look at this, here you have a clear explanation of what exactly, and some examples with sentences. So I would like that you can read these, please, and in this case, that if you have any questions, remember that I also attach you here in the material, the passive voice. I attach you 2 videos, so you of 2 minutes, pretty short, with a pretty clear idea of what exactly or what is the usage that we have to give to them. Let's see. Here is an exercise to rewrite the past, similar to the previous one that I show you. All right, and actually, that is, guys, that is everything. Actually, if you have, remember, any questions you might have about this lesson, about the grammar, whatever, you are open. I don't see anybody texting me. It tells me in this case that you are understanding the grammar in the class. Maybe probably you won't like the way that I am doing, in this case, the classes, but the thing is that I have noticed that in some of the calls, not all the students are assisting, or in this case attending to the calls that we used to do. All right, so I need that everybody watch or takes the class. So this is a very good way to do it. Okay, so this was everything, guys, for today. I hope you like this video. Remember, I'm always here willing to help you. See you in the next time. Bye.